Arizona City Fest is part of the Luis Palau Association, where we're bringing in the civic world, the business world, and the faith-based world, uniting them all together to go out and make an impact in the community. Such events like today, a season of service.
Well, this is an absolutely fantastic day and an example of the faith community coming together, working side by side to serve those in the community that need a little help right now.
When Thanksgiving comes around, nearly every local church is doing something to help its community in the way of food. Nearly every church seems to do a food drive of some sort or volunteer at a local food pantry, and it definitely makes an impact. But myself and a number of other area pastors asked ourselves the question, what would it look like if we served together? How much bigger could that impact become? How could it multiply itself exponentially? And in the act of partnership, we've seen ourselves be able to accomplish way more together than any one of us could do alone.
Jesus said that we're supposed to love the Lord our God with all of our heart, mind, soul, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. You can pin the entire Bible on those two verses. And if we're going to go out and love others as we would love ourselves, we need to do that in a real way, in a practical way. And so that's what we wanted to get together and do something that was going to affect people where they needed it most.
A group of churches have gathered together, collected a mess of food, and are now distributing food to the people of this community. It's a very poor community. We are wanting to feed people right before Thanksgiving, so the church band together and collected a bunch of food, and now we're doing it.
What was neat for me, and this is from kind of a school perspective, is you really want to devote to teaching kids, you know, what it is to give back. And there's so many kids out here that are standing in line and they're helping bag food and carry food. That's what we need to teach them, and to be out here to be part of it. I think that's how they learn the best. They see their parents do it, and it's a cool thing for the parents, but then they also get to take part in it too, which brings a lot of value and ownership to this program actually today.
The volunteers are finding this to be overwhelmingly fulfilling. It's really validating to do something that's real. It's not just going out and talking about what we believe, it's going out and doing something.
There's a lot of hungry people with the economy as bad as it is, and I just felt it was a good mission to come and help our neighbors.
Seeing the people's faces and how happy they are to walk away with, you know, a bag of food, and these are pretty good sized bags of food. It's not like, you know, here's a loaf of bread or something. I mean, they're receiving good sized portions.
The people here that were waiting for food, I mean, love itself, the word love, it crosses between all languages, man. And I think the people out here, by smiling, by walking food to their car for these families, that expresses kind of what we're about. We're about giving back, and we're about showing love.
Today's event, I believe, was a great success because you had thousands of people being fed, being given a food package. You had hundreds of volunteers working together. You had several churches uniting and really making a difference here in the West Side.
Jesus said, when you do to the least of these, you're doing it to me. I feel like what we're doing today is we're doing everything that we're doing here as unto the Lord. And it's an act of worship to Him. And in doing that, it then gives us the chance to evangelize and to share the good news through prayer, their own testimony, and to establish a presence here in this community, letting people know we're here for the long haul and we're here to help.